Hey guys, how you doing? It's Azor Night. I hope everybody's having a good weekend. I'm gonna make this video a tutorial video for a quick tip. I'm gonna mark this as a #1 tip, and I will be posting this video. I will be posting other videos. I know I haven't gave you guys much commentary or said much words in my previous videos. It probably been music or quick battles and wars and this other things. So I'm gonna give you some commentary today and have a quick discussion for a quick tip, and then I will be uploading more tips for you guys. So my tip for today, guys, is if you make a castle and you want to be a good player, build a lot of infantry. I think that it's highly recommended, and I think that it's one of the most tankiest and balanced troop in the game. So I like the infantry. I'm an infantry player, and if you have dragon blood, save all your dragon blood. Don't waste dragon blood on the first upgrade 3% thing. It's not worth it. It doesn't really save by much. Alright, so that's 2 tips, but let me go to my original tip. My original tip is build infantry and use your speed ups only on infantry, especially during events. Now, why is that a tip? Because I'm about to get into the tip form of infantry right now. When you build infantry, it has the most health and attack balance than any other troop. So my tip for today is when you go to your jewel warehouse and you decide to choose infantry. Now, you do not have to decide to choose infantry. You could choose cannons, you could choose archers, you could choose cavalry, whatever you like. But I recommend infantry. I think is the best troop in the game. And if you start your castle off with infantry and you focus on infantry and use the speed ups on infantry, I think that you'll be a very happy player in the early game, mid game, and late game, because you'll have so much infantry. Now, if you build archers or anything more fragile, you wouldn't be able to tank as easy, but you'll be able to attack only. You won't be able to take a rally or take a hit, and if an infantry player does hit your castle, it's going to kill everything inside because you do not have infantry to defend your castle. So I recommend infantry is all around a good troop, okay, for attacking and defending. Now, that's my tip, and to put a cherry on top of that tip, this is a tip that not a lot of players do, and not a lot of players know how to do or think about. When you get your jewels, guys, break it down. Each one of them is smash, on all your jewels. Even though it's +5 cavalry, +5 cannons, if you're gonna focus on something, I recommend you focus on that thing, and then towards 6 months to a year, you switch it up for your second line march. Now, if you've been playing a game for over 8 to 1 year or 6 months to 1 year, then you can focus on another march, will be your secondary march. I will get into that later on in my tip tutorial. Right now, I'm just trying to highlight the infantry tip for you guys. So I think that you should focus on all your troops. Focus on anything else, because you want to get that first march all infantry, and then hit a castle with all your infantry and break their line of defense. And then later on, you could focus on your cavalry and then get jewels for your cavalry towards 6 months to a year, and you'll be a real dominant player. Once you get your first march and you focus on your infantry, then you can focus your heroes and then you can save up jewels for your second march will be cavalry. And I will get more detailed on how that will be a dominant strategy later on. But as for now, infantry should be your primary focus early game. So break down all your jewels, and your equipment should look like mine. It should all focus on infantry. See how these these jewels are all infantry, all infantry, all infantry, all infantry, all infantry. Now that's all your attributes and jewels. Now, guys, this is a very good tactic, because when somebody hits you, they're fighting your front line, and your front line's gonna last a long time. You focus on one thing, you're gonna be very strong. Now, if you mix it up, you're gonna take a little here, and then you'll give a little bit there, but ultimately it makes you weaker. Now, if you keep watching my videos and my tip tutorials and the things I do and stuff like that, in the next 4 months next 4 to 5 months, you're gonna see me stop building up my infantry stats, and I'm gonna be working on my second march, because I'm gonna start doing a skill hit, and then I'm going to unleash my cavalry and start burning them down, and it's gonna be such a strong attack. I'll be able to be 12-13 million power, and then hit a 6 million to 8 million power castle with the UC and kill close to 300 K troops, and then my second march will be all cavalry, and then they'll clean up the whole castle. You'll be really surprised how it works out and how I would do it later on, but you gotta stay tuned for that, and it will come in the months ahead. So guys, I recommend that you really, if you're gonna build a castle, focus on one unit, and that unit should be infantry. Now, there are other units that you could play around with, but for overall good stats and defense and offense, it's infantry. Now, in overall, I will go into more depth about the archer, because the archer is a special class, but you have to be really careful on your defensive side. But they're a really strong offense unit. But as for today, I really hope that you enjoyed this tip. I really think it's the best thing to do. I know that everybody has their opinions. It really works for me, and it works for a lot of other players, and a lot more players are noticing it, that infantry is very dominant. So if you're gonna play this game, or you are playing this game, try to focus all your jewels. Your attributes should be on attack for infantry. Don't worry about the attributes set to HP or defense. Focus your attributes on attack, and your jewels should be all infantry. And then the order that you want to upgrade your equipment should be weapon, gloves, armor. So it should go down from the top left bottom to top right bottom. So it should be weapon, armor, gloves, helmet, greaves, and then boots. I mean, well, I don't know, that's greaves. This one right here, pants. And then that's how you get it down. So I hope that you enjoyed this tip. It's a very good thing to do. Castle would be very hard to defeat if the opponent doesn't send a large amount of infantry. If the opponent doesn't send a large amount of infantry, 100% of the time you're gonna win, because you're gonna have way more infantry than the attacker. If the rally doesn't have more infantry, you're gonna win. If you do throne and you send all infantry inside the throne, you're gonna win. I strongly recommend that you focus on your infantry early game. It's good mid game and late game. Then you can focus from infantry, you go to cavalry, and so on. And I will have a special video and upload about the archer, because it's another thing that you could build in a special way early game, mid game, and late game. There's a special way you could build it, but you can never be on defensive, and you can never eat a rally. You have to be really careful with archers, because they die really easily. So especially for a pro player and an experienced player, but they are very strong, and I can show you how to use them. But I just want to do each video for you discussing this infantry tip, and I hope that you enjoy it. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Thank you.